Hello, my YouTube patriots. My name's Alex. This is the Disabled Vet's Perspective. This will be my first of hopefully many shows, and it's hard to figure out exactly how to start a channel with a dog jumping all over me. But you've got to kind of just take the plunge, and with all the media that's going on right now, if you want to call it that, I mean, the only real news you get is from this little box here, and the only way you get that is if YouTube doesn't screw around with you or Facebook doesn't mess with you. And I'm going to hope that maybe I'll get some things out without having to worry about being censored. So, I was trying to figure out what to make my first topic about, and I really think it needs to be about this infanticide, which is a really stupid word for homicide, because as far as I'm concerned, those are little humans, and what they are doing is murder, and that's just as blunt as it gets. Infanticide is a pretty little word to soften the blow, and if you can take a beautiful baby that's kicking and whining and fussing on a table and say, I think we'll just get rid of that one, we don't need him, that's pretty disgusting. And that's my opinion about it, but I believe it's an opinion that's based on a lot of other opinions too. And it is a fact. It's homicide. It's not infanticide. And if you think about it, this vote right now with the Democrats and some Republicans, I'm one of these that believes that two parties are pretty much drinking from the same toilet. And I don't know what we can do about that besides try to get out the vote and hope there's not some significant ballot stuffing. But anyway, this last decision that was made to uphold this murder at birth, and that's what it's going to be, murder at birth. It's almost impossible to adopt a child in this country. I mean, I'd love to take them all if they weren't, if it wasn't so difficult, I'd love to have them. But it takes just a decision by the mother and the doctor, and notice they leave the father out of that, and they decide, oh, well, we're going to take this cute little cuddly ball of love and we'll go ahead and just snuff him out because mother said she didn't want him. The decision that was made by the Democrats and some of the Republicans to uphold that law is pretty disgusting, but it kind of reminds me of other historical votes that were done by the Democrats, and one of those being the decision to let black people become citizens, for one, and then to let black people vote, and of course to let women vote. All of those were pretty much, the Democrats decided damn near 100% to go against those amendments, and the Republicans at the time, with the exception of the small number like the little rhinos we have nowadays, decided to change those things. And we have the same thing again. We have the general Democrats deciding to snuff out life at birth, and most Republicans are against that. I can't imagine what goes through somebody's mind that says, well, yeah, I think we'll go ahead and murder babies. But if you think of the history of the Democrat Party, then it's really not that difficult to understand why they wouldn't want this one to go through, because they hate the people. It's not about us, it's about them, it's about power. And personally, I feel like if they want to control every aspect of my life, why don't they put me up in one of their pretty little mansions? I'll kick back on the couch and play video games and eat their chips and dip, and then they can do whatever the hell they want, and I won't have to worry about anything. But the reality is, I don't want them in control of me. I like the freedom, I like the patriotism, I like the la resistance. I think more of us are starting to feel that way. But anyway, this was sort of a test opportunity for me to see how it's going to come through on YouTube. And if they're going to try to suppress it or shadow ban it, because I did say things like killing babies is murder, and, I mentioned the Democrat Party, so you can figure those are two key words that they try to pick up on to put a stop to the freedom of speech thing. So, anyhow, I hope to do at least, I don't know if I can say I'm going to do one a day, but I'm going to try to get a video out there and give you the disabled vet's perspective. And, there's a bunch of us out there, served our country, did what we were supposed to do, kind of get continually crapped on by the VA. We fight the system pretty much every day, and then we have the Democrats fighting us. And it's kind of like President Trump having to defend ourselves from every direction. If you want a free country, if you like the Constitution, if you support our flag and understand what it represents, then you become a mortal enemy and you become attacked by, well, everybody that doesn't have the education to understand what it means, first off. But then you have the socialist, Marxist, Democrat Party that wants to destroy everything we have and make us a beautiful Venezuela utopia. Anyhow, that's all I got right now. I'm going to try to think of something else to put up here and discuss. And if you like it, go ahead and hit that share button. Let somebody else hear about it. If you want to hear what I have to say in the future, make sure you subscribe, hit the little bell. And my name's Alex, and y'all stay in the fight.